BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, I'm Sam, I'm your Thursday guy for BodyBags, and this week I am doing Old Man. Elder Man. The Old Man. It's called Old Man. It's a pretty good movie. It came out recently. I forget exactly when. It's like a couple years kind of thing. It was like a year or two ago kind of thing. It's new. And of course, if you can notice that right there, that would have to be our best friend Stephen Lang. If I could zoom. Never mind, I can't. I suck. That's a good friend, Stephen Lang. You know, Don't Breathe, VFW, If You're Not into Horror Movies, Avatar. Anyways, he's the old guy, obviously. And the idea of the movie is that there's this old guy, lives by himself. Technically speaking, he lives with this dog, or at least in the beginning of the movie, you know, it said he has a dog, but dog ran away. You know, don't know why he left. You know, he's like upset when he wakes up because he can't find the dog anymore. He's like, he's so lonely now, man. Next thing you know, knock, knock, knock on his door. There's a stranger, a lot younger guy, and he's like, "Oh, I'm lost. Can you, like, you know, help me out?" He has this, you know, the old guy has this gun, and he's basically pointing at it at the young guy the entire time. Well, not entire time, the entire, like, first 20 minutes. Because he's paranoid, you know, a little crazy. Yeah, he ends up basically staying there for the night because, you know, it's night soon, so, you know, he has to, you know, seek shelter somewhere. And basically, not the entire movie, but the majority of the movie is basically them sitting and talking about, you know, why he's there, and then, you know, deep personal life kind of questions, in which I thought it was pretty interesting. But anyways, I'm not gonna, you know, tell you everything that happened. I mean, you know, you gotta have to watch that for yourself. If that sounded interesting to you, then maybe you should go and, you know, watch it. Thing is, I bought this at Walmart. It was about like $10 to $20, probably 10. And that was a couple weeks ago. So maybe if you go to Walmart, you might find it. It's a Old Man. That's literally the poster, the cover of the movie. So, you know, it's not that hard to find, or at least it should, unless they have some weird collector's edition that came out. Anyways, a couple things before I, you know, talk about my about the movie. Stephen Lang, great guy. And this is a RLJE film. You know, if you don't know them, they're a company that do they do like smaller horror movies and stuff. They came up, I don't know exactly when they started, but they popped up, I think, in the early 2010s. And so, you know, one of those movies that wasn't like the start of it, but, you know, it's one of those early movies, was Digging Up the Morrow. Was one of my favorites. One of my favorite found footage movies. You might call that documentary, but I call it both. So I label it as found footage because there's a lot in it. Anyways, point is, RLJE did this movie. So before I was watching this movie, I was thinking, this could be pretty good. This should be an okay, at least okay. If it's not good, at least okay. And it was. Well, not okay. It was pretty good. I like it. I thought it was really good. The only thing with this movie is that you have to be, you know, the only thing with this movie is that you're going to have to, like, be in the mood to watch it. It's one of those kind. It's kind of like Skinamarink, where, like, in that movie, you hear, like, the children talk a little bit, but you never see them. It's always the corner of a room, or, you know, the TV, or, you know, you never see them. If you see anything, you see, like, their feet. Or, like, you know, here down, you know, you never see their face. But in this, you know, you see and you hear, and it's basically two guys talking, you know, to each other about, you know, life and whatnot. And I thought that was pretty interesting, you know. Old guy's very paranoid, doesn't really know who you are, has a gun to you when he first meets you, but, like, by the night, now, you know, before the movie, you know, gets more crazy, he's, like, sitting there and they're, like, drinking the mule together, you know, some alcohol that has a kick to it. And it's like, like, you know, for a little bit, they're like best friends. They're like BFFs. But anyways, point is, I really like this movie, and you should probably watch it too. Now, you know, if you don't want to, it's, you know, it's your call, man, right? He's like, I'm just here telling you about a movie you may not know about. If you do know about it, then you can tell me how you like it. If you don't, if you do, if you don't, if you haven't, you should go check it out. As I said, I found it at Walmart for, like $10, but who knows if it's there. So, if you're stopping by, maybe you should check, see if it's there. If you're not, then, you know, you should just look up online. Maybe, watch it on, like, YouTube, or if there's, like, an actual, like, you know, if it's on Amazon or whatever, or, you know, if you want to, you know, find it, you know, wink ways, like, you know, it's totally free. Well, I mean, it is free, but, you know. Anyways, end of the day is that if I had to rate this movie right now, I would probably get this movie like a 7.5. I really like this movie. It's really good. You have to be in the mood for it. If you're not, it could be, you know, worse, I guess. But I mean, like, you know, it's like, it's not like action, but, you know, intense, I guess, throughout, essentially, right? Even some of the story times that old guy there says, they're even intense. Like, there's this one where, like, I'm not gonna say it all, but the premise of it is that there's this, he hates salesmen, right? And there's this Christian salesman that was there to sell a Bible. And so he invited him in, and, you know, ... I'm not gonna say what he does. But I thought it was kind of funny. Not that because it was a Christian, but because it more sounded like a Mormon. It's like that kind of person more sound like a Mormon. Plus, you know, you won't get an average Christian like that go in the neck of the woods to find some guy to give him a Bible. If anything, a Mormon might do that, but, you know, anyways, point is, I like this movie. Now, you know, maybe some stuff you won't like about it. If you don't, you know, it's on you. Well, that's your call, you know. There's movies I don't like. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, you should at least give this movie a chance. At least a chance. Like all movies I review. At least one chance. Whether they're the best thing ever or the worst thing ever, you should check it out. So, in the end of the day, I'm Sam. I'm your Thursday guy for BodyBags. I just did this movie called Old Man, and I gave it a 7.5. So, I think I'll see you next week then. Unless, you know, you got better things to do. Anyways, hopefully I'll see you then. Bye.